Okay, welcome back, dear friends. Today I'd like to continue our series of Vulnhub. The virtual machine would be this one, but of course this is very complicated name of this box. But I will put the link into the description section below so that you can download this virtual machine. Before we begin today's video, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate your help and support. So now let's just get started. To save time, I have already imported this virtual machine into the virtual box. I imported this virtual machine into the VMware workstation. Now, as you can see, we are already within the Kali Linux. I have already identified the IP address of the virtual machine as 160. And then I did the nmap scanning. I did the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan. But I also did the comprehensive scan or full range of port scan by specifying the option of -p-. In this virtual machine, this option or command is very important. Otherwise, you will not identify the port which runs FTP. Okay? So from the nmap scanning results, as you can see, there are 3 open ports on the virtual machine. The first one is 22, which runs SSH surface, and also the actual version information is displayed over here. Also, of course, as we know, this version doesn't have any vulnerability. And then the second open port, which runs HTTP surface, and also the actual version information, which is Apache 2. And the last one is 65530, which runs FTP surface, and also the actual version information, including exact version number. And I think we have already done that before about this version. And we know this version doesn't have any vulnerability. Okay? But from the nmap scanning results, because we specified the default script scan, and we can know this virtual machine, the FTP surface, allows anonymous login. Later, we need to check on this. Okay, I have already explained about the nmap scanning, including the results. What we are going to do next is to do some enumeration. And from the nmap scanning results, as we know, this virtual machine has anonymous FTP. And if we encounter such a situation, we need to do the enumeration for this FTP service first, as we did in other virtual machines. Okay, so now we can log in to the FTP service or FTP port. Don't forget to configure or specify the port number, and the username we can use the anonymous. As you can see, we have already logged in via FTP, and there is only one directory or folder, which is pub, and we can go to this pub, and there is one file. We can get this file onto the Kali Linux, and now we can quit. And we need to decompress or uncompress this 7z type file. And we can use the 7z command to decompress. But it says we need to supply the password to open it. But we didn't have it yet, and we can quit this command. And I think next we need to crack the password for this file. For example, we can use the John the Ripper, but before we can use the John the Ripper to crack this file, we need to convert this file into the John format hash. Okay, and how to do it? We just use the 7z2 John. And maybe when you run this command the first time, you will face a problem. For example, like we cannot make converting. And to solve this issue, you need to install this package, and we also add this command into the description section below. So when you face such similar issue, you can fix that without any problem. Okay, but before because I have already done it before, and now I can decompress very quickly and without any issue. And now we have already convert this file onto the hash value, excuse me, and then we can use the John the Ripper to crack this hash or encrypted value. Before I have already cracked earlier, and the John the Ripper will not go through the cracking process again. And we can use the show command to display the crack password, which is family. And then we can run 7z, and we can put the password family. And we have already got the decrypted file, and we can cut the content of this file. But the message is encoded, possibly will be encoded in base 64, and we need to decode this message. I think this must be some sort of credentials, and this is username, and this part is password. But so far we don't know where to put these credentials. And I think for the FTP service, we have already completed what all we want to do. And next, we need to further more immersion for the 80 port. And now we can open up let's close the existing tab and put the IP address of the virtual machine. Okay, this is a very some weird image. I don't know what it means. Anyway, we can check the source of this page, but nothing special we can find. And also, for the HTTP service, as the usual procedure, we can check whether this site has robots file, but not found. And then we need to use some tool to make directory enumeration, for example, like a GoBuster. Put the IP address of the virtual machine. Let's hit enter, Yeah, the Gobuster has identified one directory which looks interesting, phpMyAdmin, but I can tell you, because we didn't have the username and the password for the phpMyAdmin. Also, this phpMyAdmin for this virtual machine doesn't use weak password like root. And of course, you can try if you want. And here we got another directory. We can access this directory, which is Jilla. And this we can know, this Jilla is some sort of the CMS or content management system. But so far we didn't know the exact version information. Also, we can check the source, the vulnerability of the Jilla CMS. But anyway, we do not need to utilize this exploit code. And I think now we have already identified one very important directory, Jilla, and then we can make furthermore direct enumeration to see whether we can find out whether this directory has subdirectories or files. Let's hit enter. Yeah, there are lots of outputs, a lot of outputs. But I think you have already noticed that there is login entry, login. Yeah, as you can see here, we need to supply the email and the password. Do you remember? We have already got, I think we can interrupt this process of directory enumeration. We have already got the credentials. Maybe we can make a copy and paste in here in case we want to use this information. And now we can copy the email and go back to this login page, and the password, and not here, yeah, here, login, no problem. But maybe we have already identified the admin directory, right? Admin. Yeah, here. So maybe we can try to access this directory. Yeah, from the status, we can know it's loading. This page of admin is loading. Yeah, we have already logged in as admin user. The next thing we need to do is to get the reverse shell or initial foothold. And before we do that, we need to prepare the reverse shell.php file ready. And we need to make modifications for this file. We need to change the IP address to the Kali Linux. I need to confirm the IP address of the Kali Linux. Yeah, 143. And also, yeah, this is, of course, this is a personal habit. I always change the port number to 555. And now we can write and quit. Okay? And now we go back to the admin portal. we need to find the place where we can upload the reverse shell.php. If we go to the file manager under content section, we can upload our file. For example, we can upload our shell.php, no problem. But I think under the root directory, we didn't see that file we have successfully uploaded just now. But if we go to the assets, and this is the file uploaded. But I can tell you, because of the restriction, we cannot run this file and get the reverse shell. You can try, for example, we can the listener, and because we have already know the Gina, under Gina has assets directory, assets. Enable. Oh, sorry. I need to put the correct IP address, but forbidden. But even we can put the file, it says forbidden. So of course you can try other place, for example under the themes or source or sites. But I can tell you, although we can upload our reverse shell.php file onto these directories, but we cannot run this PHP file and then get the shell. So how to do? I find one way, the indexed PHP. We can replace this file by our own. Maybe I can cut the shell.php. We can make a copy of the whole file and then replace the original index.php. We can paste in here, and now let's save. No problem. Now I think if we visit this file or not assets, we have already got the reverse shell, right? And we can make this to become the bash shell, right? You can run import pty module, pty spawn. Okay, and now we go to the home directory and go to this user, the home directory. Nothing very special. And also you can go to the web root directory to find some sensitive information or sensitive file. But I can tell you, we cannot get very useful information for us. Since now we need to upgrade or elevate our shell onto the root, right? And we can go to the home directory. But you remember that the www data is also a member of a Docker group. And then if you know this point, and then we can utilize this membership to elevate our privilege, okay? And we can dock images to see whether in this virtual machine has some images. And yes, there is Alpine image, and we can launch the container by using this image. And we can use the Docker run, specify the IT option, but also we need to make volume mapping. Alpine, no problem. Yeah, we got the final flag without any problem. So that's all I'd like to demonstrate in this video. I do appreciate for having me for about this virtual machine. Okay, bye.